Welcome, fellas, to the Captain Saver Bro Show, episode 51. The importance of money in the game. Money is very important, and I know that sounds basic, but a lot of guys just don't realize how important it is, so we're going to break that down today. For you guys who new here, for you guys who don't know, I am King Dre, a.k.a. Captain Saver Bro Show. Captain Saver Bro, this is the Captain Saver Bro Show, but I'm Captain Saver Bro, King Dre, your gracious, playeristic game advisor, and I'm here to save the day. First, guys, this episode is brought to you by Ultimate Ladies Man Academy. Yes, fellas, it's back. The Ultimate Ladies Man Academy is here. And with the Ultimate Ladies Man Academy, this is a virtual event, by the way. A lot of guys think that, you got to fly out or, something like that. It's not like that. This is a virtual event. You purchase access to it, and then you get 3 programs. Attraction 101, which is maybe 2 hours long, a 2-hour course. Then you get Modern Dating Mastery, which is a dating guide that teaches you how to date effectively and efficiently in the dating world, whether you want to get laid, whether you want to find a girlfriend, whatever. I teach you how to do that in Modern Dating Mastery. It goes deep. Also, you get How to Make a Woman Fall in Love with You. So you get those 3 programs. Then you get, so far we got 6 webinars, live webinars for 6 nights in a row. We come and I have experts on guys from anything ranging from sexual skills and sexual stamina, masculine frame, masculine tips, learning how to be more masculine as a man, online dating app profiles. I got the works, guys. Fitness. I got a guy coming from each of those fields to teach you, and give you game so you can step your game up in those arenas. Also, you get access into the Players Club. You get 3 months free access into the Players Club. That's my private exclusive men's community. Also, you get 6 coaching calls. So we'll meet 6 times. Meet, ask questions, and this is via Zoom online, by the way. Ask questions, bring your dating app profiles, your text threads, or if you got questions about dating, life, whatever, we get to do that 6 times. So you get all of that at the Ultimate Ladies Man Summit with the Ultimate Ladies Man Summit. Go to ultimateladiesman.com. Or click the link that's in the description, the bio, the chat, wherever you see this at, go click it, get on the wait list now. In order to get access, you got to be on the wait list. So make sure you are on the wait list. And on September 11th, I'm going to close the wait list and open up the enrollment. And so once September 11th comes, you can enroll. But you only got a few days to enroll because we have to shut the enrollment down to start the classes. So you're going to get 6 classes. So far, we got 6. You're going to get 6 classes. So, and these classes go hours long, and you can ask questions from the speakers or whatever. If you need to help understanding something, if you need game about a particular, whatever you learn, you can ask these guys questions. So that's the Ultimate Ladies Man Summit. It's going to be crazy this year. So make sure you guys get on the wait list, and it will be available on September 11th. Also, guys, follow me on all social media platforms at King Dreism, KingDreism, King Dreism, on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Threads, YouTube, Facebook. I'm on every social media. Follow me there. So we get, I give you the bite-sized content, the minute and a half clips or whatever. So if you don't want to watch the long-form content, you can go there, which you should be watching the long-form content. You can go to on any one of my social medias and follow me and support me there. Now, if you're listening on Apple or Spotify, you can go to YouTube if you want to see the videos. You can go to YouTube, type in King Dre, and I'll come up. And if you're listening or you're watching the YouTube video and you don't have YouTube, you're a peasant and you don't have YouTube Premium, right? And so you get ads and stuff like that. You can go over to Spotify, Apple Music when you're driving your trucks, lifting your weights, working out, fucking your chicks, or whatever you're doing. You can listen to me uninterrupted without ads over there on the podcast. But anyway, guys, let's get straight into this game, man. First, to get there, you go to Spotify and Apple, and type in King Dre or the Captain Saver Bro Show, or go to YouTube and type in King Dre or the Captain Saver Bro Show, and I come right up. But anyway, let's get straight into this game. Let's get into what you guys came to hear or see. Now, a lot of you guys be slacking on the stacking, right? And this is not, I'm not trying to like toot my nose at guys who don't have it or who are struggling to get it. This isn't what this is about. This isn't oh, you're broke and you need to get it together. This ain't about me trying to motivate you to, hustle harder. This is about me trying to get you to understand the importance of having money in this society as a man, the importance of money in the game, and how it'll help you in life and in dating and relationships, having money. And again, a lot of you guys be slacking on the stacking. You chase the money, you go to work, but you don't understand its value. You don't understand how important it is, and you don't know how to utilize your money to your advantage so you can have your way with this life. You understand? I want you guys to start valuing your money a little bit more, and understanding the type of tool that it is that can ultimately take you to what is considered freedom. You understand? Now, money don't make you as a man. The money is never supposed to make you. I'm pretty much the same with money or without money. I'm pretty much the same, right? But now in relationships, that's a little bit different, right? In relationships, it's a little bit different. I'd be funny when I ain't got no money, but it's just hard for me to love. And I'll explain that a little bit later. But, money is hugely important, but it's not supposed to make you. You're supposed to make the money. You're supposed to be in control, and you're supposed to use that money to make your life better, to make your life easier, to help people, to raise your children, and all of that other good stuff. Use it as a tool to advance, your life, your children's life, community, the world, or whatever the case may be. You see all these rich guys. They don't really be hoarding their money like that, man. They be giving away most of their money or using most of their money to causes that they feel. Now, some of they shit be bullshit, like, Bill Gates, right? Some of them causes be crazy, but, let them tell it from their perspective. Whatever they pushing is much needed for society, and they feel like that'll make society a better case, no matter how devious it is, or no matter how wild it is. You got people trying to find life on Mars, or just trying to advance society. That's what people who got money, rich people, that's what they do. You guys think they hoard their money and they just sitting in a basement with all their money and all that shit? Nah, they be giving that shit away. They be giving a lot of that shit away to charities and causes, and just fulfilling whatever they purpose, they feel like their purpose may be, buying spaceships and figuring out how to make robots and all this shit. People use their money to do stuff like that, right? And it's the thought behind that is to using the money as a tool to make life better for not only yourself but for everybody else around you, and that in turns will translate to your community and ultimately to the rest of the world. That's what you're supposed to, as a man, that's what you are supposed to do with money. It's not supposed to make you. You're not supposed to be the guy who gets some money. Now you just you think you're better than everybody else. Because at the end of the day, we all bleed red, and we all need this thing called oxygen. And whether you got, $10 million or $1, if you don't have oxygen for 10 minutes, your ass out of there. You get hit by a car, whether you got 10 minutes or $10 million or $1, you get hit by a moving car fast enough, your ass out of there. So it's not to say that you're supposed to be condescending when you get money or treat people less than when you get money, right? But, you just make that money you use the money to make your life better, to make, your life easier, and make your people's life better and easier. You understand? Now, I'm not saying money don't give you a little bit of swag and a little bit of, a little bit more confidence, which I'll get into later. I'm not saying that, because it does. It feels good when you having your way, and, you don't got to worry about bills, and you ain't stressing and all that. It feels real good. And that exudes in your energy. That positive feeling exudes in your energy. And this is what people call charisma and confidence and shit like that. Yes, but don't be the guy who, because he get money, treats other people poorly now, because just as fast as you get it, as fast as you can lose it, And so that's what I want you guys to realize. Now, I'm going to go into the importance of money in life, like in life in general, and I'm gonna go into the importance of money in dating. But first, I want you guys to understand this, right? And I may do another episode on like ways to get your money up or whatever. And I'm not a financial consultant. I'm not the richest guy. I'm not even a millionaire yet. I'll be there and I'll be there shortly. I'm financially statistically, I'm better than most people. I'm in a bracket that most people probably will never see statistically, right? But I'll be in the 7-figure club soon, very soon. But so I said all that to say I'm not like I'm not a financial guru. I'm not a financial expert. I'm not that's not me. It's just for my guys who need to, I need to light a fire up under you and open your eyes so you can see how important this is. But I learned something from this guy named Bob Proctor. His name was Bob Proctor. He recently died. He's a financial guy. He got a YouTube channel. It's pretty good. You should go check it out. He has these like affirmations, and I used to play this one affirmation. I still do, but I used to play it like all day. It says, I am so happy and grateful now that money comes to me in increasing quantities through multiple sources on a continuous basis, right? And it's just over and over and over and over again. You say that out loud, say that out loud. I used to literally listen to that all day, especially while I was doing this, when I was on my come up. And I would say I'm still on the come up. I ain't there yet. But like in my infancy stages of this, I would just like do my videos, be editing my shit, all day, just be listening to that. I had another side business that I was doing while I would be running around doing that all day. I am so happy and grateful now that money comes to me in increasing quantities through multiple sources on a continuous basis, all day, every day. And, when I started like making money from what I was doing, every time my notification would go off that I got a purchase or whatever, I would say it. And I need to get back to it. I still do it from here to there, but I need to get back to it and do it every day. But Bob Proctor, he's got a good YouTube channel that you guys should go check out. But he has this thing where he said, and I learned this from him. He says your income is in direct relation to these three things. To these three things. It's called the law of he calls it the law of compensation. The law of compensation. Your income is in direct relation to these three things: the need for what you do, your ability to do it, and how difficult it is to replace you. The amount of money that you have, right, is in direct relation to those three things: the need for what you're doing, your skills, how well you do the shit, and how difficult it is in replacing you. This is why you see people that work at Amazon, for example. They don't really make a lot of money because they easily are replaceable. But guys like surgeons make a lot of money, right? There's a need for that. Guys like me who are good at what they do make a decent amount of money, and not to say that this industry isn't saturated, but I've done my best and still doing so to carve out my own lane so I can be, I can be a one of a kind type of thing, right? But your income is in direct relation. The amount of money you make is in direct relation to those three things: the need for what you do, your ability to do it, and how difficult it is to replace you. That's the law of compensation. It's very important. And I'm saying that for a reason. I want you guys to start realizing that. When you start soaking that up and realize that, you'll start to realize how easy it is to make money and what you need to start doing to make money. Now, as far as reads go, the one book I keep telling people over and over and over again, this book changed my fucking life financially. Think and Grow Rich. I've heard people shitting on this book. I don't know why. This book is the best book I ever read. Like, this book is golden as far as like financial books. Think and Grow Rich. It talks about, basically, creating a purpose, psyching your mind, like programming your mind, the things that keep you poor, the mindsets, and it's a very, very, very good, a very good book. It also talks about like one of my favorite parts in that book is a sexual transmutation, which is transferring your sexual energy into productivity. Very, very powerful thing. And I did a monk mode. Shout out to Afi Kingdom, who told me about monk mode. But I did a monk mode, and when I did the monk mode, I understood what he was talking about. Because when I first read the book, I didn't understand. Like I started reading the book before I even started doing this, but I couldn't grasp that the whole sexual transmutation thing. But when I did my monk mode, I understood what he was talking about. When I did my monk mode, I did it for 60 days, and then I did it. I jumped up back off the porch, got back in the game, knocking them down. And then the bug happened, the C-19 happened, and I went on a hiatus for like 2 years. So, and in that, I was able to, the sexual energy, a lot of the sexual energy, I just put it into my work, and it just grew to what you see today. So, he talks about that, and then he also talk about it's a good book, a lot of principles, but he also talk about how your partner, the woman, the person that you choose is everything, right? You pick a bad partner, your ass out of there, right? It's very, very, very good book. I recommend all my guys to go read that book, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, right? But I wanted to just say that before I get into, the importance of money in life. Go check out Bob Proctor's YouTube channel and find that affirmation, because that shit work. A lot of people don't believe in affirmations. But if you tell yourself something over and over and over and over again, you're going to start believing that shit. And so I used to say it all day, every day. I'm so happy and grateful. I'd be riding around the car, picking my kids up from school, and that shit be playing. It got like this 10-hour thing over and over. I am so happy and grateful now. That money comes to me in increasing quantities through multiple sources on a continuous basis. So that's that. But let's get into the importance of money in life. In life, money is extremely, extremely important. Very, very important, right? Got to have your shit together, fellas. And I don't, everybody, it's not for everybody to be super rich. It's not about being rich or super rich, but you should be able to take care of yourself comfortably. So when you want to do something, you can do it and you're not chained. You don't got to be super rich. In fact, man, you make, making 100 now is, but you can live decent depending on where you live at in this country. You can live decent making 6 figures if you by yourself. Like if you don't have children and all that shit. Even then, you can live pretty decent just making, $100,000 a year. It's a single man. You can live comfortable in most cities, most towns, most cities, most states. You can live fairly comfortable. Like comfortable, like and still have money to live, like pay your bills and still have money to live, So it's not about, you need to make more money than everybody and you need to aspire to be like Andrew Tate, because that's not for everybody. That's not for everybody. Everybody don't want that level of responsibility, because having money like that, having a lot of money like that, to whom much is given, much is required. But it don't take a lot for you to live comfortably. It don't take a lot. You can, 100 grand. If it's two of y'all, 150 grand. You got kids, maybe 200. And you don't have to aspire to be this super high valued. If that's not you, if that's not who you are, be true to who you are. But you need the bare minimum. You need to be able to live comfortably. You can do that. As much as people think that it's hard in this country, you can do that fairly easy if you understand the principles of money and how to make money and shit like that. That's the piece that a lot of people be missing, just how to make the money and understanding the money principles, like the Bob Proctor, the law of compensation. Just that alone woke me up to, how important having a skill set is and how important being, providing value. See, I thought business was, and this is why my previous businesses failed. I failed a lot at businesses. My previous businesses failed, right? I tried to do, I had a hair business that did okay. I ended up selling that, but, I considered it a flop because I didn't really, after that, I kind of fell off. I had a shoe business. I had all type of shit, bro. I had I had a hair business, and I had a hair marketplace. I tried to do like this marketplace thing, kind of like eBay or Etsy. And I had a shoe marketplace. I tried to do a whole bunch of stuff, bro. Tried to do this toy thing, bunch of shit, furniture shit. I had a furniture business where I would like buy and sell used furniture. And a lot of it failed because I didn't understand, the law of compensation. And then I learned through Think and Grow Rich the power of purpose and passion, and doing what's purposeful and passion, and providing people value that way. A skill that you're passionate about. I learned that, and I coupled the two, and here we are today. And I'm still growing. But you don't have to aspire to be super rich, because that's not it. That's not for everybody. But you at least need to be, at the bare minimum, comfortable. And then if you have kids, you need to make sure you can take care of your kids or take care of a family, comfortably. So don't think that because you ain't millionaire that you somehow a loser and shit. Don't let these idiots on Instagram and these idiots on the internet tell you that. You're not a loser if you don't make $1 million. You're not a brokey if you don't make $1 million. Because after a certain amount of money, to be honest, after a certain amount of money, especially if you don't aspire to like have jets and fucking Bugattis and all these endless whores and shit, after a certain amount of money, it just like becomes like you don't have nothing else to do but give it away. Or just keep investing the shit. There's only so much you can buy. And that pretty much stops after, $250,000, $300,000 a year in this country. Now, I'm not saying that, with $300,000 you just own and you the richest and you can afford whatever. But if you're a person who don't aspire to live this super fast life and have all these endless hoes and trick forever and wear all the nicest jewelry and designer clothes, if you don't aspire to that and you just want to be a regular person and just be comfortable and travel or whatever, after $250,000, $300,000, it's pretty much all the same shit. And I realized that, but I like nice shit. I like to be, I'm one of them. I ain't gonna say I'm materialistic, but I like fly shit. I like living fly. I like the fly shit. I like buying fly shit. I like doing fly shit, and I like to be free, or what's considered free in this country. But again, you get the 6 figures single, cool. Relationship, 150. Kids, 200, you'll be good, bro. You'll be good. Your kids can go to a decent school, all that, so long as you living within your means. But it don't take a lot for my guys who thinking, that you have to be a millionaire to experience a good life. You don't have to be. It don't take that much, and it's not that hard. It's really not that hard. You just have to utilize yourself, and utilize the talents that you have, utilize the skills and utilize the gifts that you were born with. They say men are not born with value. Men are born with tons of value. Men are born with tons of value. Women are born with value. You're born with value too, bro. And especially as you come up as a kid and your experiences, you gain more insights and skill sets that you may not realize can make you a lot of money. Your experiences. It's guys, man. It's guys that literally come out of prison doing 15, 20 years and are millionaires telling prison stories, teaching kids on YouTube the dangers of going to prison, and people sitting there watching. You understand what I'm saying? That's how easy it is that you can take your experience. Who would think 15 years ago, if you would have told somebody, man, you know what, I'm going to get out of prison and I'm going to tell prison stories. I'm going to tell prison stories. I'm going to interview other prison inmates to get out of prison, and I'm going to be a gazillionaire. I'm going to do it on the internet. If you would have told somebody that 20 years ago, they would slap the fuck out of you for wasting any time. But that's where we at today. It's that easy. It's that simple. Let me not say easy. It's that simple. It's not easy, but it's simple, because it does take a lot of effort, to get money. But You put that same effort into for somebody else at a warehouse. You see what I'm saying? Or at Amazon some fucking where. So, you might as well go hard. But people, especially religious people, and I don't want to say religious people, but poor people, have this thing to have this relationship with money to where like money is bad and money is evil, and they try to put God into it and say God says the root of all evil is money, and money is bad and money is evil, and what do you need? That's poor people shit, right? Because if you want to be real, you want to know what it says in the Bible about money. And see, they don't teach this. They don't teach this part at church. I ain't never heard this. I heard from my auntie, because my auntie is I've explained the story of my auntie before. So go find one of the episodes. My auntie is like super into the Bible. Super, 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 super. So, I've heard this type of shit from my auntie, but everywhere you won't hear this most other places. My aunt is damn near like a fucking Hebrew Israelite. Not necessarily, but she's like hardcore like that. But she's not no Hebrew Israelite or no shit like that. But it says in the Bible in Ecclesiastes 10:19, it says, "A feast is made for laughter, and wine maketh merry, but money answereth all things." Say that again. A feast is made for laughter, and wine maketh merry, and money answereth all things. Translation: food, dinner is get together, have fun. We can laugh, dinners and shit. Ha, kick the bobo jokes. Wine makes everybody happy, free, inhibitions down, laughing, kicking the bobo, party time. But money is the answer to all things. Money can solve most problems. Money can solve most problems. And everybody in this country, in the world, has some type of price. Money does a lot. You understand? It says that in the Bible. I didn't make that up. That ain't no King Dreism. That ain't no game. That's the Bible says that. Money answereth all things. Right? So any problem that you have can pretty much be answered or solved when you have money, or when you can afford to fix the problem. A lot of people, it'd be hard for a lot of people to come up. It'd be hard for a lot of people to get ahead, because this thing called life happens. Right? Life happens to you, meaning everything ain't always going to be on the upper trajectory. Everything ain't going to always be good. There are valleys in life, and there are problems happen. Your tire busts, your sink clog up, whatever. And most people are so behind the eight ball financially that when things happen like this, they got to take out a loan, or whatever they've saved up so far got to go into fixing the tire or getting new tires or whatever. And they can never get ahead financially because they never get ahead of the curve to rectify those situations when they come up. You see what I'm saying? But life gonna happen to you, and when life happens to you, you need to be ready. That's why you need money, right? It keeps people in this loop, this endless hamster wheel loop, right? Because they may get a little stride, they never get ahead, right? But then something happened, and it's back to the same old shit, and they can never get ahead because things are gonna always happen. All of it, everything around you, we have pretty much is man-made, and even your body get funky sometimes, and all of that shit costs money to fix. And man-made is not perfect. You understand? And things cost your bills, and on top of your bills, but things break, things happen. Your kid gets sick, or you got to take out for work, or whatever. And this keeps people stuck. A lot of people stuck. Right? Prime example. So I'm in one of those seasons where shit is happening all over the place. My car, I had an issue with my car, which is over $1,000 to fix. It's all back-to-back shit. My sink was like literally flooded. Sink in my house was flooded, like some shit because I got everything redone, and they did the contractors did something wrong and fucked it all up. So now I'm dealing with that. So I was just like, well, when I was running my sink, it was just flooded, just all over the floor. So that was, $2,400. The toilet, not the toilet, but the sewage, it was just backed up into the sink and all type of shit. That's another fucking $1,000. Had another emergency situation, $1,500. Somebody hacked into my Facebook ads account, so I got my marketing manager. She is a part of my ad account, and somebody hacked her account and put the permissions away from me and took the permissions away from her and ran, put the ad limit to $10,000 a day on my fucking credit card and ran ads to they shit. And that went on for like a week and I didn't even fucking know it. So I had to deal with that. Just so much shit. On top of school just started back. You understand? An emergency expense here, $1,500 here. School, 1,000 pair of fucking shoes, school uniforms that just cost like crazy. And that's all this just happened within the last 2 weeks. Like literally all this just happened within the last 2 weeks. If that was anybody else, if that was most people, it would have set them back 5 years. That would have set them back 5 years, at least a couple years. But fortunately, thank God that I'm able to cover the type of shit when life happens. Easily, I don't know, close to $10,000 in the last, within the last month. On top of me having to promote for Ultimate Ladies Man and get the shit set up. All that shit costs money to do that. All that shit costs money to get people to write the copy on the page, the ad copy on the page, and fucking get somebody to set up all the back ends and, make sure all the systems in place in the back, and all that shit costs money. So on top of the normal expenses and on top of my bills, life is happening. And guess what? Fortunately, I'm able to cover that. But that same thing, it happens to rich people. They just can afford life happening. But people who don't have it like that, people who are not in that position, typically drown and they never get out of that hole. So it's important that you sacrifice something to get ahead of the game. And for my guys who are in your parents' house or don't have those type of responsibilities yet, before you leave, you want to make sure that you're ahead of the curve, meaning save you up some bread, a sizable amount of money, save you up some bread for emergencies and things like that. So that when things happen, you're not pulling out you got to max out your credit cards and, now you're in credit card debt with interest and, you ain't got no money and now you just stuck in that paycheck that you was using to pay the bills. You had to fix your car. So now you're behind on your fucking rent. You see what I'm saying? Put yourself ahead. Do some things to get yourself ahead of the game, or you're going to always continue to be, you're going to always continue to be stuck, basically, right? Now, money in life, right? As a man, money is how you get rank and authority amongst men. It is how you get rank and authority amongst men. It's not how smart you are. It's not how many muscles you got. It's not how cute you are. It's not the type of clothes that you have on. It's your resources, right? And in this country, in this society, in this world, money is the resource. It's the main resource, right? It is the main resource, and it is how you get rank and authority amongst men. The only other thing that can trump money is violence. When people are scared to lose their life. But we're in a civilized society, or this ain't the streets. So that doesn't rule here. And, you get high enough for these, when I start to put the tinfoil fitted cap on, the tinfoil trucker hat, even they use it in the background, fucking walk out the house and get hit by a car, because you came up with a cure for some shit, it's shit like that. We ain't gonna get too deep into that. But what I'm saying is the only thing that can trump money as far as rank and authority amongst men is the violence. The people in the streets who have the most rank are the people who will get busy, right? And the people who usually control them are the people with money. So it go hand in hand. The money and violence go hand in hand in the streets, right? You can go, you can join a gang, right? You can be in a gang, and typically the people in the gang who have who have the most rank are the people, again, who willing to get busy, who willing to put work in, right? Or the people who got all the work, who are supplying drugs, or the people, or the rappers because they have money. You see what I'm saying? Those are the people who get the ranks. And it's the same way in the real world too. It's the exact same way. So money is how you get the rank amongst men. This is what being respect. When people look at you in high regard and high esteem, it's based on if they think you got money or not. You know, to be honest, if you look at a guy like Andrew Tate or like Dan Bilzerian or something like that, but you know, to guys who are very popular, who everybody aspires to be like and wants to everybody listens to. He has the youth's attention. Andrew Tate has the youth attention, right? If he was like a bum on the corner, or if he was just like talking that shit, you know, on his break with a Black and Mild, right, with a lime green, you know, the lime green warehouse vest that niggas be wearing. If Andrew Tate had that on, smoking a Black and Mild, talking that same shit, nobody will listen to him. Facts. Those are facts. Nobody would listen to Andrew Tate if he wasn't getting no motherfucking money, if he wasn't the top G. You understand? According to him, top G. He made, you know, hundreds of millions of dollars, this and that, Bugattis, whatever the case may be. He got it all. Nobody would listen to him if he had that. You know, when you look at these guys who look at these YouTube ads, or the people who sell courses or whatever the case may be, you know, they typically appear to have money. They make you think, and not saying that they don't have money, but they show the money because that's what makes them believable. That's what you respond to. You see, I get more views and I get more link clicks. I get more, my analytics show that when I'm dressing good, or if I got a nice haircut, you know, in my videos, you know, my click-through rate is a little bit higher. People click on my profile link more when I'm dressed, you know, a certain type of way, or if I have on shit like this. Now, I don't be giving a fuck a lot of the times because I be in the crib, I be chilling, I be like, they gonna get this game one way or the other. If they don't like it, they don't like it. I don't be giving a fuck. And one thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change that, you know, because I gotta do what I have to do to elevate my brand. And I know people pay attention to me more when I don't look like a fucking bum. Just because I look like a bum don't mean I'm one, though. But I don't be caring sometimes. But, you know, I be having my mentors in my ear, and they be telling me, bro, you got to, you know, clean yourself a little bit, clean yourself up, because people won't listen to you if they don't think you're worth listening to, you know. But I get more views when I look better, right? When I'm looking like money, it just is what it is. And, you know, they say it take money to make money. You got to look like money if you want to make money. You know, that's something I learned that when I was young. I just never gave a fuck. I be feeling like I'm that fly. I be feeling like I'm smarter and better than everybody else, to the point to where I could spit that shit and I could look however I want to. They're going to listen anyway, which is true. My core, my people who really, really fuck with me going to fuck with it anyway. But if I want to expand, you know, if I want to expand and I want to take on new people, it's just some people that won't fuck with you if they look at you and it's just like, fuck is this nigga talking about? Look at this broke ass dude talking about. People used to say that about me because, you know, I would, you know, I get on this thing. I don't be having no haircut or nothing. Be looking all crazy, you know. But, you know, and people just don't fuck with it. Some people just don't fuck with it. But, you know, I'm gonna look like money a little bit more. So y'all ain't gotta worry about that no more. But anyway, yeah, people, that's how you get your rank as a man in this society. By how much money you got, or if you're willing to hurt somebody. Nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. And in a civilized society, the violence is played out. You see, so you got to be willing to get them ducats and, you know, influence people and control the room with the money, you know? Again, just think about it. Think about that. I want you guys to think about that for a second. Would people care about Andrew Tate's message if he was broke? If he was saying that same shit with his smoking a black and mild at a warehouse, or while he was driving, he was like, it's Andrew Tate from, and I'm live from my Toyota Camry dropping off this DoorDash order, and I want to tell you, got young boys, it's okay to be masculine. Nobody will listen to that shit. Nobody will listen to that shit, right? Now, money is also one of the main pillars, right? And this is why it's important in life. It's one of the main pillars of confidence for a man, his ability to generate resources for himself. Now, I'm not saying that just because you got money, you're going to be confident. No, but it's a pillar, and confidence sits on pillars. And as a man, the main pillars of confidence are your money, or your ability to generate resources. What you look at, like, do you like what you see in the mirror? When you look in the mirror, do you like what you see? Like, do you feel like you're attractive? That's a pillar of confidence. Your ability to mate, right? Meaning your ability to be successful with women, and your purpose and passion in life. The more of these you have together, the more you'll be confident, right? And money is just one of those pillars. Being able to get money is a major source of confidence. Now, that's not to say that money should make you as a man, but it feels good when you get into a bag. It just does. It feels good when you can take care of yourself, when you can use your skills to generate resources and provide for yourself or your kids or your wife or whatever. It feels good. It makes you more confident. It makes you more believable and lovable, believable in yourself that you can actually do that. Now, you may not be as confident in other areas, because I get a lot of guys who make a lot of money that's not confident, especially with women. But if you were to put those guys in their field, right, or their area of expertise, you'll see a different person. It's just when it comes to women or something else, they don't be truly confident at, but talk to them, Elon Musk about Tesla or whatever the fuck that shit called, or Twitter or whatever. Talk to him about that, but if you talk to him about, NBA 2K, he probably wouldn't, he's not as confident at that. So, money is one of the main pillars of confidence as a man. And as you know, confidence is the key to life. Confidence, right? It's confidence is sexy. Confidence attracts women. Confidence attracts opportunity. It attracts friends. It attracts promotions. And confidence attracts money. So people always ask the question, can money make you happy? Right? Can money make you happy? And as somebody who has been, as somebody who's had money, right, before, as somebody who's had money before, I got money now, but I've been broke too. I won't say it makes you happy, but I believe that it makes it easier to be happy, right? Or they ask, can it buy you happiness? Can money buy you happiness? I don't know. I don't think it can buy happiness, but it can buy pretty close to it. Put it like that. It can buy pretty close to it. Now, that's not to say that you can't be depressed if you have money, or you can't be sad if you have money, but it's pretty hard, right? If you have you mentally calibrated, it's pretty hard to be sad when you got money, or let me not say sad, because that comes and goes, but it's pretty hard to be in a sad place, like over time, like depressed, when you get into a bag, especially if you're doing something you love to do and get into a bag and you having your way with women or whatever the case may be. It's pretty hard to get yourself in that space. Now, if you're a guy who drinks or smokes or does drugs, that can contribute negatively to your mental health. But taking all that aside, it's pretty hard to be sad all the time when you get into a bag. So I don't think it can buy happiness, but I think it can buy close to it, if that makes sense, right? It can buy what's called time and freedom And that freedom will afford you the ability to go make yourself happy, if that makes sense. So now let's get into, that was the importance of money in life, like just general life in general. Let's get into and let me say this too. Let me say this before we get into that. I have not always had money. I ain't always like, I'm just always been balling my whole life. Nah, even when I was in the streets, man, I was in the streets for years and years and years and years and years. But, when I was up, like at my height, that was only 2-3 years, but the majority of the time I was like struggling to get to that point. You understand? So, I am better with money. Like I feel better with money. I don't like being broke. I don't like having problems. I done been, homeless. I've been homeless, sleeping in RVs, car breaking down, no AC, and the Florida heat and humidity. And anybody will tell you if you ain't got no AC in Florida in the summertime and you got to drive, it's pretty much the closest thing to torture. Right, so I done did all that, man. I done had to eat noodles every day. I done had to sleep at chicks' house or sleep at a homie's couches, and do whatever. I got to steal steal shit out the store to eat. I done had to do all that. It have been times my kid needed milk and I ain't had no fucking money. I had to, fucking baby mom had to come through. She looking at me crazy. So I done been there, bro. Like I done had the bread. I mean, I done been broke, and then, I'm saying that to say life became better and life became easier with it on both arenas. And when I was in the streets and, in the legit business side, it's just, you get treated different too. Like when you have money, you get treated different. That's another thing. You get treated different from people. Like people treat you different when you have money. If you pulled up to a steakhouse or you put up somewhere to valet and a Toyota Corolla pull up and a Porsche pull up, they're going to go to the Porsche first. Oh, how you doing, Mr. Such and such and such, they address you differently in the bank. You get treated better when you're going into a club. You just get treated better overall when people think you have money. So, money is very important. Now let's get into the importance of money in dating and relationships, right? Now the importance of money when it comes to dating and relationships in the game, right? Now, let's talk about this looks, money, status shit real quick. So when I first came into the YouTube world and the YouTube streets, there was this hot debate going on, looks, money, status, what's more effective, right? And I can honestly say, as a guy with good looks, I feel like I've always had good looks. At least I ain't everybody's cup of tea, of course, but I've been told I was handsome and sexy quite a few times. And having looks, let me say, looks is the least important. Looks is shit when it comes to women, because what women really, when they look at you, you're like, how sexy you are, or how handsome you are, is based on your like what you have on, like your accessories and the way that your clothes are on, and like if you got a haircut or not, and your energy, your personality. That's what makes you sexy and handsome to a woman. Like, I don't got no fucking jawline. I don't have a jawline. I never had one. I don't care to have one. I'm not finna chew no motherfucking gum to get no jawline. And I get hoes. I get my dick sucked. I get treated like a king. So the women don't care about that shit. My fucking face is asymmetrical. I got a cone head. My eyebrows I don't got thick eyebrows. I don't got the lashes or none of that shit. Right now I got the, double chin or whatever, but I keep myself up. I'm fly. You dig? So nobody give a fuck about shit like that. That's just internet nerd shit, guys who don't really get no pussy. Now the guy who look good, right, and he getting all the play is because he got game. He got this thing called game, but the looks, money, status thing, looks is the least important. Like physical looks, nobody give a fuck about that, right? Now, status and money. Coming into this, right? Coming into this, I didn't realize how important status was. Now I had, it was a point of time where I had like, little street status. And I'm not to say like I was the man in the city. I had all the work and I had never that. I never sit here and tell that lie. That's cap. But I've been in a club and I was the dude in the club. I got the bottles, we got the section, we got the tables, we shine. I got the foreign car inside, that type of shit. Amongst a small number of people, you and your homies, them dudes, that type of status. But I ain't never really had no real status to where like I go somewhere and people like, oh shit, King Dre, let me get a picture with you, bro. Like that type of shit. That's noticeable, like affect people worldwide. Never had that. So when I used to come in this space, I used to be like, the looks, money, status, and shit bullshit. Money is better than all that shit. And shout out to Mr. Lucario. Me and Lucario kind of had like not really a debate, but I had him on my channel like back in the early days, and we was talking about that. Maybe it was on a panel. I'm like, bro, the money is where it's at. So I used to think money, right, and still do, but I used to hold money in high regard over status until I started doing this. But what I've realized from having both and then having one at one time and another at another time, now I got both, right? What I realized is they're different. They're equally as important, but they're for different things. Like with status, the thing with the status is when you have status, the value, like you don't have to put your bid in as hard in proving your value outside of the money. Now you can have money, but you just a check. Like you just a dude with money. But then you have to kind of prove your value, right? Not to say that you have to like impress a woman, but you gotta put your bid in. You gotta prove your value. When you got status, you don't have to do that. It's that easy. Like you like women come in the gate respecting you. Women don't respect you just because you got money, because a lot of guys got money. Now they'll have a certain level of admiration for you, but just because you got money don't mean a woman won't disrespect you or cheat on you or none of that other shit. But when you have status, like, especially a certain type of status, like when a woman deal with me, she can look at my comments and see, she can read my comments every day and see people love me. Dudes, man, you the best. Man, you changed my life. Man, you changed my life. Women leaving heart eyes, all this type of shit. People like I'm influential over people and people respect me. A lot of people respect me, hundreds of thousands, and a million plus people respect me. They are the approach is different. They approach you completely different than when you don't have that. I'll just say that. So, and I'm not saying that you need status to get women or keep women in line, but status makes it a lot easier. And coming into this, I thought that was bullshit. I was like, status, you don't need no fucking status, ain't shit, right? But having it now is crazy, right? Now, money is different. It's equally as important, but it's different. So let me talk about the money aspect of it. Now I told you like how status it makes like women approach you differently. Like you don't have to prove value, and women already come with a certain level of respect for you based on what they see and how they see people respond to you. So they already come in basically, you don't have to do a lot of fucking. It's almost like it's ready made for you when they come. Now with money, it makes it easier to get the woman. So let's say if you don't got no status, but you got money, it's easier to get a woman. If you can be who could women consider the hottest guy with all the muscles and jaws and all that shit? If that dude pulled up in a Toyota Camry and I pulled up in a Rolls Royce, 10 times out of 10, a woman is gonna give me play. And I was 5'5", a woman will give me play over the guy, the 6 guy with 6'1" that looks good. 100% of the time, I've seen it countless times, time and time again. So what I'm saying is money makes it easier to get a woman. When you got money, when you have money, you pretty much open yourself up to all women, bro. Like all women will fuck with you if you got money. You can be like 4'9". If you got a bag, somebody gonna fuck with you. All women, whether it's gold diggers, working class women, hookers, hood rats, bougie women, women in the Hamptons, bitches in Brazil, Dominican Republic, China. If you got resources, women gonna fuck with you. You pretty much have all the access when you got especially you got a certain level of money. You have it. That's why I just don't understand, guys. I got clients, man, that have millions and millions of dollars, millions and millions of dollars, millions, and it's like, what the like? How are you struggling? Like, I just don't understand that. Like, I understand it, but I don't. You know, and I get it. They just don't have game. Now, this is the important piece with the money in the game, right? That I should have said earlier, but I forgot. I'm gonna say it now. When you got money, you gotta have game, bro. You know, if you don't have game, a woman is just going, you know, if you don't got game, you're just a duck with money. You're just a sitting duck, a sucker with a lot of money that's easy for the taking. Everybody going to get your money from you. So I'm not saying that you don't, like, you just need the money and you straight. No, you got to have game. But, you know, money will make it easier for you to get women if you got even a little bit of sense. You will get money. A woman will go with, I'm not saying like if she has a dude who have her heart already, some broke dude who got her heart and her mind and shit, and then, you know, she won't turn down a rich dude. But if both of y'all have a clean slate, if you sitting right here and you make $1 million a year and you make $40,000 a year, and you know you can have all the disadvantages and you make the $1 million, you can be short, you can be fat, you can be bald, right? And then you can be tall, handsome, but if you work in a warehouse, a woman is going to go to the short, fat, bald guy with that make the $1 million a year. I would argue all women would pick, with given a clean slate. If both of y'all have a clean slate and she don't know none of y'all, you understand? That's how important money is in the game. The guy, you know, with the money is the alpha male in most circles. You know, but looks, money, status, right? Let's go back to looks, money, status real quick, because I kind of wanted to say this with that. Looks, money, status. If you look good and you ain't got no game, you just a goofy that look good. If you look good and you ain't got no, if you got status and you ain't got no game, you just a goofy with status. If you got a bag, if you got money and you ain't got no game, you just a goofy with money that's easily taken advantage of. You understand? But in most circles, the guy with the money is the alpha male. In most modern circles, most societies, most circles, the guy who getting the money is the alpha male amongst men and women. Not because he has these alpha, quote unquote, internet alpha male characteristics, but people are going to see him as the alpha male, as the top dog, men and women. When you walk into a club, the hoes are going to flock where the money at. When you walk when you at a meeting, the rich guy is who everybody listening to. You know, he has the most influence and everybody going to follow the money. You see what I'm saying? And again, in terms of the women, the alpha male is the man that has the money. I mean, until they get to know you and you a duck and you a sucker and shit like that. But just everybody, they walk into a room and everybody got a clean slate. Nobody saying nothing. The dude with the money or who look like they got the most money is the alpha male to women, and those who the women gonna fuck. You understand? I've dated broke and I've dated with money, right? And I've dated with money like flashy, like Rolex and BMW and designer shit. Like I've dated like that. And I dated broke. It was much easier for me to get pussy when I had money than when I was broke. Now I got more when I was broke because that's what I was spending my time doing. And I don't even want to say I got more. Yeah, probably got more broke. But it was way easier. Like it was a lot of the times, bro. I don't even remember a lot of them chicks' name. Like it'd be like that. It should be like that. And they don't fuck you. A lot of them, they ain't fucking you because they want money from you. That's what you guys don't understand. Like, they not for you. Like, you meet a chick and you shining, you getting your shit, you got your nice shit on, or she can see you getting money. A lot of the time, she not fucking you because she like, oh, I'm gonna get him and I'm gonna get him some money from him. It's like, no, it's like biological. Like, it's like how they try to say attraction isn't a choice, and then she see the guy's six pack and she just get instantly turned on and fuck. It's like that with money. Like, you get instantly fucking cute and sexy when you got money. To a lot of women, and they'll fuck you just because you got money, and don't have no plans on getting it out of you. Won't ask you for it or nothing. I've seen it. I've lived it, bro. And women ain't ask me for no fucking money, and I wasn't giving them none. There was one woman that asked me for like some, probably say two. One, I kind of walked myself into it, and I told that story a couple of weeks ago on the live stream. I told that story, but in another one. But I wasn't giving no chicks no money. They weren't asking me for money. They was fucking me because I was considered that dude. And they baby daddies was broke, and everybody else they was fucking with was broke. They was fucking a fly nigga that getting money. It's like, just like how we want to fuck a bad chick, right? A chick that's like super bad and I don't say bad, I hate that word, but like sexy, and we want to nail her. Like, they want to conquer the guy with the bread. Like, they want to conquer the alpha male. And not like super tough, I'm an alpha male, ha ha ha, internet red pill. I ain't talking about that type of shit. I'm talking about who calling the shots in the world. If you look like one of them guys, you're going to get pussy very easily with money. This is something that I live. I'm not just talking no shit. And I live this at a time. See, a lot of these guys on these YouTube streets are, they getting in their 40s and they doubling back and trying to hit these little young hoes now. I was doing that in my 20s, bro. I had bread in my 20s, my early 20s. I was driving foreign cars in my 20s. Designer clothes in my 20s, jewelry, Rolexes in my 20s. So I'm telling you, I know what I'm talking about. That's why now I don't really have a desire to do that because I already did that shit. Like, I'm chilling now. I don't even need to be fucking. Like, I just went 2 years without fucking with women to build my business. I already lived that. And one thing I can say for sure, the dude with the money gonna get the bitch, gonna get the woman before the dude without the money, period. Money, it just makes it easier. I lived it. Bro, it'll be, you pull up on a chick, and it ain't even like I had like a Ferrari or no shit. I had a 7 Series, bro. Like, I ain't had no Ferrari. I ain't had no fucking, no shit like that. But you pull up on a chick, you pull up on her, she pumping gas, you pull up on her in your shit, and you know, what's up? Let me get your number, da-da-da-da. You don't even got to talk. You ain't got to do no negging and all this old bullshit. What's up? Let me get your number. Oh, boy, who is you? Don't even worry about that. I'm going to call you in a minute, and we're going to figure all that out. Boom. You call her, you chop it up with her. What you doing tonight? I ain't doing nothing. I'm going to come pick you up then. You go pick her up tonight, take her to a room and smash it just like that. I did that countless times and don't even remember a bitch's name. Now, it done been to the point to where I had 2 cars back then. I had a BMW, and then I had a point A to point B car, stay low key in. And, a lot of the times I would, like, when I would pull up on a chick, let's say I met a chick in the club or something like that, or I met a chick, or I met her at the store or something, I pull up on her in my beater car, and I wouldn't get no cooperation. That happened a whole bunch of times. It's like, not that I won't get no cooperation, but I gotta put my game down a little bit harder. Like, I gotta come, with the fly shit and the lines and connect and all this old shit a lot harder. And then you catch them hoes at the club, and you pull up on them while they walking out the club or in the parking lot or some shit like that, and it's a completely different ball game, and they'll fuck you right then and there. Again, they won't even ask you for nothing. Listen, anybody with bread will tell you this. Anybody that's getting money will tell you this. It's this easy. That got a little bit of game. It's that easy, bro. It's that easy for my guys who trying to get their notch count up and all that. And I'm not saying that that's a badge of honor, because it ain't a badge of honor to have no whole bunch of bodies and shit like that. These dudes on these fucking, like, I've slept with 150 women. I slept with 200 women. I slept with all that. That ain't no badge of honor, bro. That is not no fucking badge of honor. But it's easy. It's easy. Trust me, bro. Trust me, I wouldn't lie to you. It's way easier when you got, especially women in their 20s. Like, now, maybe for the 30 women who are a little bit, 30 and up, no. But women in their 20s, easy money, bro. Now you may need, when I say game, when you need game, when you got money, meaning like you don't, a chick will take advantage if you don't, or they, if they see you weak or whatever, they gonna take advantage of you. But you don't really need game to sleep with a woman if you got money, and you don't got to pay her. That's why I just don't understand why like rappers trick. Like this Bandman Kevo dude was saying some shit like, why do I have to talk? I had this homeboy and he was talking to this chick for 7-8 months and this and this and that. Why I got to do that? And I could just pay for it. Like, he don't even understand. Like, guys like that and them rappers, they don't even understand. Like, a chick will fuck you just to be fucking an alpha male. The same way you want to hit the chick with the fat ass, they want to fuck the top dude. Not even for money. And so you don't even have to do nothing. Like, you don't have to pay nobody. Like these rappers that like tricking and shit. Like, you don't have to do that. And they got money and status. Like real celebrity status. And they be tricking. Paying chicks thousands of dollars. Like, how? What? I would never, bro. If people just don't understand that when I be saying, like, I will never pay no, like, ever. Well, I know I done got it for free so much. Like, literally, hey, what's up? Let me get your number. Who is your boy? Don't worry about that, man. We'll figure that out in a minute. I'm finna call you in a minute. We'll chop it up. Okay, Get the number. You call him in an hour or two. You chop it up. 15 minutes. Well, what you doing tonight? I'm gonna come pick you up. Boom, you go pick her up and fucking go to a room. You already drinking and shit. Boom, you knock her down. Now this is a little chick on your team you hitting. She ain't never asking you for nothing. She just coming to the hotel and smash. I've done this so many fucking times. Why the fuck would I pay for pussy, bro? Why would I pay for pussy? And even then, I would rather talk to a woman for 10 hours than pay $100 to have sex with her. Straight up. I would rather talk for 10. I'm not paying for no pussy, bro. I'm just not doing it. But I just don't understand, like, when guys say, why do I gotta talk and why do I gotta do all of this and I could just give her the money, like that, they basically saying they don't know how to talk. They don't know how to use their personality. And it's like, they use the excuse, when you paying her to leave, and you paying her to leave her alone, you paying her for discretion. No, because them be the hoes that be exposing everybody. The ones that they be paying and breaking them off and all that shit, them to be them same whores who take money, be the same one clout chasing and doing all that. Y'all be to pay them hoes and everything, and they still be writing books on y'all. They still be exposing y'all on Instagram. As soon as they don't get their way from you. So that all that, I'm just paying to keep them quiet and all that. That's bullshit. I'm paying them to leave. I'm not paying nobody to leave. I'm going to tell you to leave. You got to go. Or I'm finna go. Fuck, I got to pay you to leave for. I ain't paying nobody to leave. That trick shit crazy, bro. Tricks, I just don't get it. But anyway, I went on a long old rant. But I've dated broke and I've dated when I had money in my 20s. I ain't even talking about now. I'm talking about in my 20s. And even now, if you getting money is even now, I deal with chicks in their 30s, a woman will still pick you or pursue you. She may not be on some hoe shit as much as a 20-year-old would be, right? But she'll pursue you if you got money. That's another thing. When you get money and women can see that you got bread, women start to pursue you. Like they actually pursue you and call you first and text you good morning and try to make their way into your life because you represent something. You represent something that everybody that's born is striving for, and that's freedom. You represent that. Women will pursue you when you got bread. All my guys getting bread, let them know down in the comments. That's 100% facts. So, you know, you just got to have the game enough to know that. That's why y'all be tricking, because y'all don't have the game enough to know that. But that's why y'all be struggling, because y'all don't have the game enough to know that. But, I done did I've been broke and had it and all that. Again, I ain't no millionaire, but I'll be there. But, I'm pretty good. I'm all right? And one thing I can say that I've noticed in my life, for me, when I'm broke, it's hard to love a woman, bro. When I'm broke, I'm a different dude when I'm broke. I don't want to say different and I spoke about this earlier, but I don't want to say different in terms of my personality, but like I just don't have it in me to like I'm more irritable. I'm more like, they let them tell it, sassy. I'm more stressed. I'm more anxious because life is fucking happening and I'm trying to figure it out and all this shit. I'm more fucking short tempered and all that shit. I'm hard to be with when I'm broke. That's any chick that done fuck with me when I'm broke. And when I say hard to be with, I'm not talking about on no simpy shit. But I'm just don't be like emotionally available like that when I'm broke. Cause my mental capacity be filled up with trying to come up. You see what I'm saying? So even giving a chick some airtime be like a chore. Like sitting up there, laying up. Like it'd be hard for me to like if I'm like struggling and my fucking light's about to get cut off. Like it'll be hard for me to be sitting down laying in the bed with a bitch all day, bro. I wouldn't be able to do it. Or sitting on the phone for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. I wouldn't be able to do it. It would be a chore because I would be so drained from trying to get some money. So, it's just, for me, it's hard to be in love when I'm broke. Not that you should be in love, or not that I like to be in love, but what I'm saying is it's hard for me to, give a chick what she need truly and fully when I'm broke, right? Now, also with money, right? And I'm going to say this, we're going to get up out of here. With money, as far as dating and relationships go, you can influence and you can control a woman. Now, I'm not going to teach you how to control no woman with your money because we're not on the dirtbag side of things, but you can definitely influence a woman with your money and you can control them. And money is a tool that can be used to do a lot of things, right? Money is a tool that can be used to do a lot of things. And if you know, I can't, that's something I can't teach. I can, because I know how to do it, but I'm not going to teach y'all that. Y'all have to pay for that. Maybe get on, maybe join the Ultimate Ladies Man Summit and, come to one of the coaching calls and I'll break it down for you. But I'm not doing that publicly. That's information that can get in the wrong hands. It'll change this world. So, but you definitely can influence and control women. Like how y'all be trying to control women and shit. You can control a woman's mind with some paper, bro, if you got it. And if you got the knowledge in the game. And like I said, if you know, you know. But anyway, guys, that's been my time. That is the importance of having money in the game. My name is King Dre. If you don't know, I'm your Captain Saver Bro. Guys, follow me on all social media platforms at King Dreism, KingDreism. Subscribe to me on YouTube. Listen to me on Spotify and Apple Podcasts at King Dre and the Captain Saver Bro Show. And guys, Ultimate Ladies Man wait list is now open. We are open for enrollment. We're closing the wait list on September 11th and we opening enrollment. So on September 11th, you'll be able to get access to the Ultimate Ladies Man Summit, which is a virtual event. Get on the wait list now. Go to ultimateladiesman.com or click the link in the bio or the description or the chat or wherever you see this at. But anyway, guys, that's been that. I'm your gracious game advisor. Yours truly, King Dre. I'm gone.